Hi everybody, it's Brassell coming to you from Las Vegas. Home, well I guess it's Sin City, place where you take your chances, games of chance. And I know being a parent, you're always taking chances. You're always trying to figure out what's best for your kid, but you don't want to gamble with your kid's future. And I just want to give you a couple of tips to help you navigate, because it's not easy being a parent. You know, it was either Socrates or Keanu Reeves who once said, "You license to fish, a license to drive a car, but anybody can become a parent." Well, now that I'm a parent, that's been proven true. But in defense of parents, nobody gives you a manual at the hospital. And so one of the things I try to do to help parents is just give them some basic tips on how to navigate this system we call the education system. So you want to, first of all, make sure to meet with your child's teacher. You know, don't gamble with this. You need to create a relationship. Everything in life is based on relationships, and building a good relationship, a positive relationship with your child's teacher will be helpful. And you know, all your teacher wants to do is help your child. I want you to know that. Teachers aren't in this for the money. They're in there to make a difference. And so, you know, give them a pat on the back, a thank you card, and find out what you can do to help out your child's teacher. If your teacher of your kid is saying, well, maybe your child needs to get tested, have your kid tested. You know, sooner is better than later. You know, there was an old oil change commercial for Jiffy Lube with this mechanic, and he's like, you can pay me a little now or a lot later. And what he's saying is, you can either pay for the oil change or wait until the whole engine blows. And I'd rather help a kid when they're younger than wait until they're like a teenager. Then we're dealing with all kinds of issues there. So first off, make sure that you're building up that relationship with your school, and don't be afraid to ask questions. You have tons of rights as a parent. A lot of parents don't realize that you have all the rights. Talk to your school administrators, your principal, your assistant principal. Again, find out what you can do to help, and find out what the best tools are for your child. And most importantly, this is the most important thing to always remember though, is you have all the cards. You're the parent. You know, my pastor once said, you could be the worst parent on the planet, but your child doesn't know it, because to them, your mom or dad. And so that's a tremendous home field advantage. Remember, your child is watching you all the time. You really want your kid to become a reader? You have to be a reader. You know, you need to model that behavior. When I was a kid, there was this great commercial. It was an anti-drug commercial, and the dad finds marijuana in his son's room. He's like, "Where did you get this? Where'd you learn how to do this?" And the kid finally explodes, like, "You, Dad, I learned it from you." And the dad freaks out because, oh my gosh, he was watching me. Well, those little eyes, they're watching you all the time. And anybody that's ever had somebody cut them off on the road and said a bad word, you can identify with this, because you'll start hearing that bad word shouted from the back seat. And, you know, you're not going to parental counseling after that. Every parent has their bad days. Don't worry about that. So I want this to be fun for you. You know, we're all going to make mistakes. I make 20 million mistakes every single day. And as a teacher, as a parent, as a student who used to struggle with reading and really hated reading, I feel pretty qualified on helping you get your kid to love reading, become a much more avid reader and a much more passionate reader. So make sure that if you're interested in more of these tips, come to join us with Read Better in 67steps.com. And we'll give you all kinds of great ideas to get your kid excited about reading. I'm not going to teach your kid how to read. I'm going to teach your kid why to read, so that they love reading and they make it a lifelong passion. So let's go on this journey together, and I will see you again soon.